Hello, yes, welcome to the studio. We're finally live. Had a few technical things to do, but they're welcome. This is right here. This is the new studio. It's the same building, but we've had a revamp. We've had a revamp because we've got the 100,000 subscriber Silver Play Award. Big thank you to everyone that has supported this channel over the years. So thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. If you've not subscribed, then make sure you do. Subscribe button. Make sure you hit the like button as well. That'd be wonderful. That'll mean a lot because the more likes you get, the more you get picked up by YouTube and the more the algorithm rolls down the line, all that stuff. But welcome to the new studio. Hope you like it. Painting here that I'm just working on for Watercolour TV. That'll be on the website in the next few days as well. So lots of exciting stuff happening on this YouTube channel. I've not done a live on here, a public live on here for quite some time, so quite a few things to talk about. But what are we going to be painting today? Before we do that, I just want to say a few hellos. Quite a lot of people in the chat. I've got to look that way because the screen's there. We've got a few members, channel members. A big thank you if you're a channel member. You can support the channel by joining the YouTube channel for arty perks. So hi to Renee Bryson, your channel member. Thank you for your support. Jackie Pullen is with us. But Jackie Pullen Warner, you're a member. Sharon Shaw, Johan Hobson and Rosemary Baldock. You're all members of the channel, which is wonderful. So thank you for your support. You can be a member. But keep the paint flowing. But what we're going to do today is some watercolour painting. That's what we're here to do. This is a bit of a watercolour demonstration. So it's a quick little demo. If you're trying to paint along, I will be working at my own little pace today. But let's just take a look at the materials. So here's the palette. What we've got is my own brand of palette, which is ready to go. And I've filled it up with my range of paints. So Matthew Palme natural colours. But if you haven't got any of these, you can just use your primary colours. So your red, yellow and blue would be fine. And we'll mention those. We're going to be painting in a watercolour gift tag. Yes, this is a new product that we've got on the website as of today, really. So you can purchase these just in time for Christmas. So if we take a look over at the paper here, what we've got is these. These are watercolour gift tags. These are on Prestige watercolour paper. So a nice watercolour miniature. I want to do one of these today. I did one on Watercolour TV recently with that little wintry scene there, so you can access that on Watercolour TV. But we're going to do something a bit more summery today, so we're going to paint in a watercolour gift tag. We've got it here. Now the question is, what colour should we go for? Do we go for green or red? Should we go for green? Let's go for green this time. Let's get nice and close into this. Now if you're not sure what I mean by Watercolour TV, make sure you jump on to the website so that you can see here and you can join Watercolour TV. We're going to paint a rustic watering can in a summery garden on a gift tag. You can buy a pack of 10 of these on the website. We've got very limited stock of these. It's on the same quality paper that I use every day. Beautiful, beautiful paper. So make sure you check this out. Now I'm going to sketch in with pencil here a little watering can. Can't go wrong with this. It's going to be a good one. You're going to enjoy this. So do stick around for this. Bear in mind, it's not a workshop. This is a actual demo. So it's a quick and easy watercolour demo. The actual paper itself is quite small. So it's only 4 inches. Hello to Patricia Warner. You're a member of the channel as well. Just joined us. It's about 4 inches by about 2.5 inches. And these are great because you can make little gift tags for people. I mean, this one that I did here was obviously a Christmassy themed one. And again, there's a Watercolour TV lesson on how to do that if anybody's a member of that. But here, we're going to draw it in and we're going to go straight in with a little bit of a curve. Like that. So we'll sketch it in pretty free. We're going to double that line up a little bit. It's going to be quite relaxed. We'll draw in the dome of the can, and then I think I might actually grab a ruler here because I've been drinking too many gin and tonics today, so I can't get straight lines. Is he really drunk? Only joking. I've only had 2. We'll come down. I don't even like gin. We'll come down either side. Don't like gin. You're not normal. Bring it down. and then we'll go that way. That looks interesting. Yeah, trust me, stick with me. This will be a watering can in a little summery garden, and then we're going to go this way, curve around here like that for the base of it, and then of course you've got to put the old handle on. Stick the handle on it, put it on there, double that up. So there's the little wrapped around handle, and of course what's missing from this is a spout. It's missing a spout. It needs a spout. The spout's going to be about here. Pop a little circle there. We'll get the ruler on the job, and we'll come down to about that, and then we'll do the curve like so. So you can see where we're going with this. It's either a coffee pot or a watering can. Of course it wants the handle on it as well, so we'll come up for the handle. We'll pop the little so you've got the handle. And we're going to surround this with flowers and various things, so do stay with me. But that is all we need for the sketch. So we'll take away, rub that off with rubber. Do you call them rubbers or erasers? Or condoms? Is it the same thing? Probably not. But anyway, hello to Kath Smith. You are a member of the channel. Thank you for being a member. And so is, I'll get this wrong, Aunt J, Stefan, eraser, you Canadian, Renee. I call it a rubber. Good old rubber. I remember sending someone to an. I've got to tell you this story. It was a painting holiday in 2019-18. There's a lady through the entire week. I was in the Lake District, and she was asking me every single day, Matthew, can I borrow your rubber? Matthew, can I borrow your rubber? Constantly. And then on the free day, which was the Thursday, we had to do a bit of shopping, I said, she said, Matthew, where do they sell rubbers in Keswick? And guess what? I sent it to Boots. I did. I sent it to Boots. Seriously, that ain't a joke. That ain't a joke. Moving on. Back to this. Anyway, enough waffle and chuck some paint on. Can't go wrong with this. Now what we're going to do here is we'll start off. I've got a size 10 Matthew Palme small super point brush here, and we are going to wet the paper here. We're going to wet the page, which won't take long, for being honest. We're going to wet the paper. Can't go wrong with that, can you? Wet it all top to bottom. And then I think as far as putting the paint on is concerned, I think we're going to be using a size 6, which is actually a small super point brush, okay? Just a nice pointy size 6 brush. We're dropping some background colour, so we'll start off with a nice bright yellow. This is natural yellow light, but you could use cadmium yellow here. And we're going to twist in some of these colours on the paper. Now, I've not stuck it down, as I mentioned, but that's all part of it, really. It's going to be a bit of a rusty sort of watering can. That's a bit of yellow there. In fact, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll put the palette up here. Then we haven't got to bother over switching cameras. So we'll go for some natural green light. This will be very quick. I mean, that's the idea of this. It's quick and spontaneous. Again, it's very much a watercolour demonstration we're doing here. So it's not so much a demo as a... sorry, not so much a workshop as a demo. We are doing a watercolour workshop this Sunday where it's very slow. It lasts for about 4 or 5 hours where you can join in and paint along. I've popped links in the description for that. It's going to be a heather. We're going to paint heather, which has been quite nice. That's looking quite nice already. Put a little bit in there. Beautiful. Can't go wrong with that, can you? If you find that it's a bit dry on the edges, just use a bit of water. Let it all spread, and then we'll jump back to the palette, and this time we're going to take some natural green, this being the darker green, the light green and the dark green. Here we've got natural green. Take that, And what we'll do here, you can see the green there. What we're going to do here is we're going to pop some of this around the back. I'll try loosely to not let this go over the watering can. But the main thing I want to do here is get some shadows in place, okay? And some darkness. I'm not too concerned about what's happening with the watering can at this particular stage. This paper is lovely. This is the same paper that we sell in big size blocks. I'm just going to rotate the board, the tag. It's been quite nice painting some miniatures for the past few days. I've quite enjoyed doing it, to be honest. It's been something different to try. And the fact that you can, you know, you can sort of paint little winter scenes or something on these for, you know, greetings cards. It's quite novel. It's quite novel. Hello to Sheila Torrill. You are a channel member, and so is Rachel. Rachel's with us. Rachel, is that Rachel Angela? Let me know, give me a thumbs up if it is. If it is, good news, because the live workshops that we do on a Sunday are now broadcast on YouTube as well as Vimeo, as well as Watercolour TV. So lots of ways to access the workshop that we're doing. Soften all this in. Give that a bit of a blend at the bottom there. That's looking nice. We've got some flowers and all sorts of cool stuff here. Rachel Finchley, sorry, I'm thinking of somebody else then. But hi to you, Rachel Finchley. Thank you for being a channel member. I appreciate it, I really do. If you're not a channel member, don't forget you can join at any time. You can be a Watercolour TV member as well. Why not? Why not become a member? That's free for 30 days. Beautiful. Let's go a bit darker then. Let's go for some natural grey. We've got some natural grey here. We'll get some of that. That's going to creep just underneath. We're going to put all sorts of little nice flowers on this, so do stick with us. But I want to get some shadow in. We need shadows, don't we? Everything's got shadows. James Burnop. You'll remember. So we want to sneak underneath. The paper's almost drying now, which is great, so we'll get a little bit of shadow. And that is looking rather nice. I love these little pointy brushes. But that little bit of darkness, that colour I've just used, by the way, is natural grey. Can't go wrong with that. Beautiful, beautiful. Now, let's start to bring some colour into this. Let's start to get some nice colours coming through. So what we're going to do is we are going to bring some reds. And we're going to mix some natural red with natural turquoise. So there's natural red. I'm going to mix it with natural turquoise, and what that'll do is it'll make a lovely metallic colour, almost like a nice grey, but with a slight, like a lead metal galvanized grey. Can you see that? It's beautiful. That, I love that. That is really nice. That is lovely, that. And what we're going to do with this, it probably goes without saying, we're going to paint in the first part of the watering can. I want to drop it in. It's still damp, this, which is lovely. I'm going to drop it in bits. Drop it in bits here. We'll rotate the board. I don't want to do the whole thing. But that nice grey, it's a lot more of a metallic grey than natural grey. You can use a red, like natural red, and you could mix that with Viridian, which is quite a well-known, if anyone knows Viridian, quite a well-known colour. Now every so often in this watering can, we're also going to drop in some rust. I'm going to get a little bit of rust. It's galvanized, but it wants a little bit of rust, right? So for the rust, I've got these skin tones, these light and dark skin tone, these two on the end. If I use the darker one of the two, little bit of that, and that's going to go in, just to get that nice little bit of variation in colour. Clean the brush really well, just water, And then we're going to use water to soften all this in. We're going to add shadows and various things to this, but those colours work so nice together. That sort of pinky peach colour. And the red from that skin tone just leaps, it just pops off the page. Beautiful. We'll pop the cap on, put the cap on this thing as well, obviously. Can't go wrong with this. Pick it up on that side. There we go. Again, I think it makes sense to drop some of that rusty colour in there. All the products are available on watercolour.tv. And then we'll continue to block it all in. We're going to separate this thing up massively with shadows and various things. Just keep alternating. I love that little bit of that skin colour. It's just so nice. Remember, there's a light skin tone as well. But we're just going to go in and drop it round. What's nice about these skin tones is that when they dry, they change colour massively. Because they are opaque. I'm going to put some flowers in this, so do stick with us. Now, if you're enjoying this, if you're enjoying watching paint dry, then you can watch paint dry much further than this. That needs a moment to dry. We're not done. We're going to pop a load, literally a stack of shadows. But while that there, look at it. While that is drying, I want to tell you what's coming up on Sunday, because we've got loads of people here, which is great. Loads of channel members, thank you. Make sure you give us a thumbs up. We've got 100 people watching, but only 33 likes. Thumbs up makes such a difference. But listen, we have a virtual watercolour workshop coming up this Sunday. Now, these have been happening for nearly 5 years. Almost 200 of these have took place. The one that's happening this Sunday, which will be the 8th, I'll pop the information, bear with me, I'm going to pop the information right here. Sunday the 8th of September 2024, we're going to go to the beautiful English landscape, the moorlands. I was walking around the Peak District yesterday, got some beautiful images of heather. This is a virtual watercolour workshop. While this is drying, I'm just talking to you, so do stay with me. A live virtual watercolour workshop, which is wonderful. So if you want to take part in this, the 8th of September, watch live or anytime, keep forever. That's what people don't realise about these things. They're yours to keep forever. Once you've bought them to keep. You watch them, you go back. As of this current moment in time, as we are sat here live on the 4th of September, there's 3 different ways to watch. And I wanted to do this live demo because we changed the system last week and we went on to a more professional broadcasting system called Vimeo, which is great for a lot of reasons. It's secure, it's safe, it's private. But a few people struggle to get used to it. So let me talk to you as my loyal people that watch me paint every week and tell you there's 3 different ways that you can view those workshops now. There's on watercolour.tv. So you purchase the workshop, it's £12. Okay, it's £12. It's 10% off as a member. If you're a member of that, there you go, that one there. You go into purchase workshops and you can watch it there. We send you an email that goes to Vimeo in the private world that only you guys can watch. And that's got the chat room and the Q&A and the polls and all that stuff. But this is the one that a lot of you missed, the YouTube. So it will be broadcast on YouTube. Not this channel, my secondary channel. It will go out on YouTube. So for those people that have smart TVs and want to watch the workshop on a telly through the app, you will get a link. So you'll get 3 links for the workshop. Okay, you'll get Watercolour TV, you'll get the one for Vimeo and you'll get the one for YouTube. So you can watch it your preference. It's live. If you do it through Watercolour TV or through Vimeo, you get that wonderful chat room, which is brilliant. It really is. This is almost dry. Nearly. Nearly. On the new system as well, you could have your laptop here watching the video, a floating laptop obviously. You can have that here, so you're watching me paint, and then here you've got the chat on your phone. It's really clever. It's a great system. It's private, secure. You can ask questions. There's interactions. It's a really great way to do it. We've currently got about 25 spaces left for the workshop, so do please book onto it. Again, I'll put you one more little bit of a plug on there. The 8th of September, painting a colourful heather on a beautiful moorland. It's not like this. This is rushed. This is a demo we're doing today. This is steady and slow. Jump on the website. I'll pop links in the description. All you do is you go on all the W's, watercolour.tv. There's a big flashy button at the top of the screen. Click that. That will take you straight to the place where you can book it in. There's currently about 19 spaces, I think. No, 24 spaces left. Someone's just booked. Thank you. Whoever's just booked. Jonathan, you just booked. Thank you for that. And here it is. So it's going to be lovely. It's full step by step. It includes a painting and drawing lesson, all for 12 quid. It's very steady and very slow. It's not rushed like this. We're going to do colourful heather on a beautiful moorland. You can watch it in full step by step detail live, or you can watch it whenever you like, because the thing is yours to keep for eternity. You never lose the workshops. They're always on the website for you to watch once you've bought them. And something else we've started doing on the workshops as well, which we haven't done for a long time. We've started doing them recently. There's a critique session afterwards, so if you do join me live, you can watch the critique session after. So basically you can watch back and you can send your paintings in and we'll have a look at them if you want to. That's optional, it's fine. But there's also 192 previous ones as well, so if you like the sound of these workshops, you can literally go on the website, and what you do is you click on the workshop menu and come to previous, and that little previous menu there takes you to the full list of all 192 workshops. For example, here's the one we did a couple of weeks ago of Flatford Mill, which is the famous building that was featured in John Constable's The Hayway. You can buy them, so please do check it out. Also check out the Watercolour TV membership, the original and best video on demand service for art. So do check out the membership tab of Watercolour TV. There's some free videos on there as well, and being a member you get free all sorts of cool things as a member. It really is a great thing, so do please enjoy Watercolour TV for what it is. But anyway, I'm sorry for talking out. It's still a bit damp because it's good paper. You can paint on both sides this way, but it is dry now. It's like watching paint dry otherwise, isn't it? I thought I'd talk instead. So let's get back to what we're doing today. So it's all nice and dry, which is great, and we're going to crack on. Hello to Pete Loss. Hope you're feeling well, Pete. A big shout out to you. I know you've been a little bit under the weather, but we'll send you some artistic vibes down the airwaves. Send you some vibes. Can do some vibes at the minute. Right. So what we're doing? This. That's what we're doing, aren't we? Can't go wrong. Let's put some flowers and things on this and make it look a little bit more pretty, more watercolory. We're going to put some foxgloves and various things on here. We want this natural green. I love foxgloves, those tall flowers. They're beautiful things, aren't they? We're going to put some of those on. So natural green, size 6 brush, small super point brush, whatever you want to call it. And I've also got the grey there as well, so I'm going to put the palette just here so we know what we're doing as far as colours. And let's just go for this thing. So working at the back here, we're going to put some flowers. I want these to wrap around. I want them to be part of the background. Of course, working over the top of the almost, well, the dry paint now means that you've got this lovely clarity and lovely quality. So yeah, with those virtual workshops, folks, I'm trying my best to kind of give you more for 4 years we've been using, well, 4.5 years we've been using the YouTube live broadcasting system, which is fine. It's open to a lot of problems for me though, but we have been using it, and it's okay. It's good. Whereas this YouTube channel is going to be focused primarily for doing stuff like this, free demos, tips and tricks, tutorials. I hope you are still going to support the channel because it's not going anywhere. Let's put a few little bits over the top of the watering can as well. So this is natural green. Put a few little bits of flicks, and I love how you can create that sort of out of focus effect at the back by putting the paint on wet. It's lovely. Put some little bits down here. And if I dilute that colour down, or even use the lighter green, so natural green, which is the lighter version of the same colour, and that will go in just as a foreground area, so you get that nice vibe. I'm looking forward to getting some real strong shadows in this. There we are, beautiful. Let's just put a little bit of extra taps around here. Very colourful, very vibrant. And now what you want to do is you want to work on the watering can and get those real strong shadows in. That's the next port of call. So for this we're going to use the grey, and we're going to use the grey really quite strong as well. So we've got the heavy, deep, powerful natural grey, really strong. That is a good old chunk of colour right there, look. Mix it into the brush, stay with me. Can't go wrong with this. And this is going to be nice because what we're going to do now is bring some shadows into this thing. We'll start off down here, down the side of the old spout. We'll go along here. I mean, obviously there's nothing saying you can't paint this on a full-size sheet of watercolour. This is only a small sheet, as we've mentioned. Clean brush, couple of tappy tap taps on water, and then smooth it in. You can see that already getting shape, can't you? Just from using grey paint, basically. Because grey is the shadow colour, which we know. We'll come down here, underneath the spout. Under the spout. Stick it under there, son. Yeah, but where's your light coming from? Clean your brush. Soften that up. That's good, isn't it? I like that. And then what's interesting is the fact that we've got a few areas where the shadows will be created by the actual background. I'll try and explain what I mean to you in a second. So I'm just putting in the shadows around the top of this watering can. So that's looking good. Let's just get a couple more of these in before we continue. We're also going to go, stay with me because I want to throw all these shadows at it. I'm trying to be quick because I know it's like watching paint dry. We're going to come down here, really quite dark. Over there. Down here. So I'm adding shadows to the background as well as, because all this is making this thing pop, it's making it leap. Hopefully you can see that you've got that nice clarity coming in that really makes the whole thing sort of stand forward, really. It's all to do with shadows, natural grey. And then we're going to go underneath here. Down the back. We're going to go underneath the handle. and slightly over that top ridge. Put the little top on as well. Now if I clean the brush, give it a couple of wipes on kitchen paper, and that's the kitchen paper I'm using, which has obviously seen better days, but it's all good. And then we'll give that a bit of a blend, a bit of a soften. Hopefully you can see how that's got some real three-dimensional shape to it. It looks like a mix between a coffee pot. It's a mix between a coffee pot and a watering can. So it's called a cough can, maybe, possibly. Just giving it a bit of crispness. Love that. I like it. Okay, now let's go for a little bit more green. Palette's still there, doing its job. Get a few little bits of greenery. Open up. Ready for some colour. Ready for some flowers. Nice bit of a rustic looking can there. There we go. But look how them shadows have really come together nicely. Now that, again, just wants a moment to dry. While it is dry, we'll get another colour prepped. Again, you know, if you want to do something a bit different with these, you can do the old, you know, a Christmassy version of these. But they're quite nice things, aren't they, really? Quite effective. So, that's having a minute to dry. I'm going to get some white paint. This is my own brand of white paint. There it is, natural white. We're going to use some of that on a scrap. In fact, I'll pop it on the kitchen paper, to be fair. I don't want to put it on the, pop it on there. Got a bit of white, because white's good for that nice opacity. We can use any colours we want here with that white paint. Again, a bit of a shout out, folks. If you do want to enjoy a bit of paint to paper this Sunday, do make sure you book into the workshop. We've had about 4 or 5 people book. Thank you for booking today during the workshop. That's very much appreciated. I want to make it clear that it's like one-on-one tuition, so all you see is me, basically. I don't actually see you. You sit and you watch like this, but very steady, lovely high quality as well, and a great way to learn painting. Very slow, hold your hand, critique sessions. We'll go through the drawing. You can download the drawing, you can interact. Great thing, all for 12 quid. Value for money, keeping it real. That's what we're doing, keeping it real. How many people are booked on, actually? How many people are booked on to the workshop? Let me know in the comments, actually. If you're actually booked in to that workshop this Sunday, I'll pop the information on the screen again, so you might look at it. There you go. 8th of September. Are you booked onto that? If you are, then I look forward to seeing you there. Remember, there's 3 ways to view. You can view it on YouTube like this. You can view it through the website. You can view it through Vimeo. On Vimeo and the website, you get the chat room and the questions, and it's all broadcasting really nice. It leaves here at 4K on Vimeo. It's really nice quality as well, so I think a lot of you probably quite enjoyed that new system. But YouTube will still be here. That's the thing I want to put across, because some people kind of didn't like change too much. So there you go. Enjoy. And back to this. Is it dry yet? I've got an Matthew Palmer's eco-friendly drying system. You can waft it a little bit and give it a, I'll not say give it a blow, because that might get me banned off YouTube, but there we go. Irene's booked in, aren't you? So is Carol. Smithers, Robert Bond is too. Thanks for booking, guys. Appreciate it. Anyway, this is what we're doing. Back to this. We're going to be using some red. Some natural red, or something similar to natural red. Got some natural red there. Autumn's coming as well, so we've got some lovely autumnal scenes lined up. This is the red paint there that we're using. We're going to do little foxgloves here. Coming down the back. I love these. There's little dots at the top, I think, make them slightly larger. So if you're a gardener, you know, a nice little gift you can send somebody. I mean, I'm putting a lot of effort into this. Obviously, you've not got to go down this amount of level of detail what I'm doing here, but obviously that's totally up to you to decide how far you actually want to go with this. Put a few little sort of red spots and flowers around. Red's always a good colour to add with. If you've got lots of green, get some red in. I'm also going to bring the white in. I mentioned the white. Quite a big fan of using white paint, if I'm honest with you. And white will really brighten this thing up in so many areas. It'll give a lovely, not only giving little white flowers, to brighten the foreground up. We could do some little daisies, you know, them sort of large daisies. So they dog daisies, do you call them? Tell me. I think they might be called dog daisies. Like a little star. I'll pop the middles in on those in a second. Now, if you're not sure what these workshops are all about and you're thinking, what do I need? You only literally need blue, red and yellow paint. That's all you need. 3 primary colours. Now, these are my own brand, but you don't need these. Just any 3 colours. Natural blue, natural red, natural yellow light, or some kind of 3 primary colours. And to be fair, just a couple of brushes. You just want a large brush of some kind. This one's a 20. You want something like a 10 and something like a 6. That's all you need, and a bit of paper, and you can do the workshop, and a pencil, because it'll be a little bit of very tiny amount of sketching involved, which is all broken down for you anyway. And then you can download the sketch as well afterwards. So it's a lovely way to evolve your watercolour painting. You can't have 8 petals on a daisy. What's up with you, Palme? That's got too many petals on the daisies. Can't do it. Hup. There we go. Beautiful that. There's no continuity. Now I'm also going to use the white as well. I'll put the middles in this in a minute. I'm going to use the white here just to add a bit of extra life to the watering can. Right up the edge. Around the corner. Around there. Down here. You can see how this is like giving it that little bit of spit and polish. I'm going to put a little reflection down here as well. Just to say it's catching just that little bit of light from somewhere. And I'll use a bit of water on that one, just water, and literally I'm going to soften that in so it's got that little bit of light shining on it, which I think works really well actually. Around the spout, down the middle of the spout, and then just literally and it's just giving it a bit of, you know, a bit of spit and polish, right? Maybe. What we could also do as well, of course, is we could use some other colours here. So if we take some natural orange, bit of natural orange, which we've got there. Obviously you can mix your own orange if you want to. And then you want to put the the middles of those daisies in. Get a bit closer to that. We are live, so we can zoom in, can't we? Look at that, beautiful. Bear in mind, this thing's only 4 inches tall. So it's a really small, you know, object. What I also want to do here as well is I want to just get some slightly opaque colours. How do you get an opaque colour? What you can do is you can use the white with the red to make an opaque kind of a pink. So adding natural white will make the colour naturally go opaque, obviously. And adding just a few of these around, just to brighten things up a little bit. Even just a little flick in the foxglove, just to give it that little bit of added detail. But all in all, I think that's made a lovely little watercolour. I've really enjoyed painting that. It's been really nice to do, actually. It's been a pleasure to do it. It has. There you go, look. See it on close-up cam. Nice. Little greetings cards. Greetings card gift tag. So again, if you're interested, if you like these, you can purchase them in packs of 10 or packs of 20, ready-made for you to go on Watercolour TV. I love that little one there. That's beautiful, that one. It really came out quite a pretty little scene. But listen, thank you so much for watching today. I really enjoyed hanging out virtually with you all. It's been a pleasure. It's been a long time since we've done anything here on the YouTube channel live, that is, like this. So we're going to be doing weekly live content on here, live demos, live tutorials, that kind of thing. So do make sure you subscribe, hit that like button. Thank you for being a member of the channel. Big shout out to members. And again, one final thing, do make sure you jump on the website, all the Watercolour.tv, and get yourself booked in. There's about 19, 20 spaces left for the workshop that's happening this Sunday, the 8th of September, virtual. All the information will get sent to you via email. And yeah, let's keep the paint flowing. We're going to be going to the moorlands and paint some beautiful heather with the rocks and the distant landscape. It's going to be an absolute blast to do it, folks. So do make sure you check it out if you've not already. And I'll say bye and hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for watching. Take care.